verse 26. No, let's go to verse 25. I'm sorry. Watch me. I'm going to get ahead of myself. Look at verse 27. You got it? Bible should be open. Should be right there. 14, verse 27. Don't miss these words. But immediately, Jesus spoke to who? Yeah. Watch it. Jesus is speaking to everybody. He's not a respecter of persons here. Everybody's in a storm. Everybody's on the boat. Everybody's afraid. And Jesus speaks to everybody.
That's good.
Everybody in church ain't in them. Everybody hearing me ain't listening to me. Jesus is speaking to everybody. And only one person.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, God. Only one person in the boat, okay? Only one person in this sanctuary responded to the words that were spoken.
My goodness.
Watch this. And as a result, only one person's life is dramatically changed. All I'm trying to find out, do I have one in here? Just one this morning who says, I will never be the same after hearing the word. Not from hearing Pastor Cook, but from hearing the word of God. My life will never be the same. Watch this. He spoke to them. Watch what Jesus says to them now. Be of good cheer. It is I. Do not be afraid. Here's my first point. If you're going to step out of the boat, don't, hear me good, do not ever move on presumption. Don't you move thinking what you see is not really what you see. Don't you move based upon what feels right to you. How many of us in here made decisions based upon, well, it just felt right to me?
Help us, Pastor.
See, and because they can't properly explain it, because they know it's not of God, this is how they disguise it. Something just told me.
Help us, Pastor. Help us.
Every time I get this feeling, I know what I got to do. Now, you know what happens if you follow feelings? You fool. Because feelings change. Some days you feel like being buddies with everybody. Some days you can care less. Some days you don't even want to be bothered with yourself. Get past your feelings. Watch this. Don't move on presumption. Watch. How can I prove that? Right here in the text. Peter says, verse 28. And Peter answered. Oh, Lord, there's so much in there. Talk to everybody. Look at the words of comfort Jesus gives everybody. Be of good cheer. Cheer up. Because watch this, everybody was afraid. If you read verse 26, everybody was afraid. Everybody cried out in fear. But Peter is the only one who had the tenacious willingness to say, Lord, if it's you. Watch this. That's what lets us know there's no presumption there. He said, Lord, if it's you.
That's right.
He didn't say, well, it looked like Jesus, so let me move out. He said, if it's you. If what I'm really seeing is my help walking on the water. If what I'm really seeing is a person who can help me walking on that which is hurting me.
Come on now.
If it's really you, then Lord, I want to come. He says, first of all, don't move on presumption. Okay, let me help you. How many of you have been under the impression, if I only come to church, everything will be all right? Now, I can tell that can't be a lot of you in here because a lot of you don't come. But for those who do come, watch this. Just because you're in church does not mean everything gets better.
That's right.
I'm going to prove it. There with Jesus. Jesus, the rock. Peter said, thou art Christ the rock. And Jesus says, watch this. On this my church will be built. The gates of hell will not prevail. If I'm with Jesus, who is the church, and I got trouble, then what makes me think being in church is going to keep me exempt? I know what you heard some preacher tell you. You give your life to Christ, it's going to be all right. No, that is not true. Sometimes it gets worse, but it can get better. Oh, Lord. And I don't want you to leave here with no false sense of hope. I'm in church, everything going to be all right. No, you're in the right place, but you got to make sure you're there for the right reason. Church has the cheapest entertainment going.
That's right.
Best preaching, singing you won't ever get. All those celebrities you see singing on TV, they started in the church.
Yeah.
So don't come here talking about I need to get me a good song, good little number, and I'll be all right. No. Or if my girl say, no.
Say it.
Huh? Or if I come here feeling good, I know, no. I come because I need a word. Watch what happens. So Peter does not move on presumption. How many of you, sisters, thought since he was in church, he in church, he go when I go, he lift his hands, he open his mouth. That's the man the Lord got for me.
Help us out, Pastor.
To only discover he is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
All right.
Because you know you are sheep. And God is the great shepherd, I'm the under shepherd who feeds. Watch this. You presume it. And Peter doesn't make the mistake. Peter says, listen, Lord, if it is you, because now everybody, if you read a few verses above that, everybody thought it was a ghost in verse 26. Ooh. Everybody thinks what they see is what it is. Let me help you. Some people looking at your life right now, see the trouble you in, see the financial heartache, see the family problem, see the inner turmoil, and they just made their conclusion. Oh, that's all it is. But no, there's more to me than that. Don't you, I just said on the radio, don't you, watch this, miss the package. Don't misinterpret the package. You